Hello, hello. I'm back to do a watercolor and doodle video. God, it feels like it's been forever. It's only been a few weeks, but it's been kind of like a long time. I apologize about that. Things have been hectic and crazy, and now I'm in the middle of studio changeover, makeover, yeah. So, but I'm finding time to bring content to you, and I needed some downtime and needed to just unplug and plug in with you guys and connect a little bit, and I missed you guys. So here we are, back at my lovely little book. So I'm just going to probably do a quick one today, and I don't know, let's see, do I want to do it on a regular paper or watercolor paper? That is the question. This was the last one we did. I do want to do it on this side because it's a little bit easier right now because the desk is a little bit chaotic. Oh, what the heck. We'll just do it on regular watercolor paper today. I had something else in mind, but I need to have a couple pages in between. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Nothing like the present. And let's see. I'm only going to use two colors today, and I might as well just, for the most part, I think I'm just going to talk through it with you guys. And if it gets where I'm doing something very repetitive, or something that you know, or I lose my thoughts and I have nothing to talk about, which could happen, very well happen, then I'll just go into fast forward mode. But I am going to go ahead and keep it at real time as much as possible for you in this series. So, and I really am wanting just to connect a little bit, even though, you know, you're not really here, but you're here for me, with you, and I'm here for you. Yeah. So we're just going to go with that. And, if you're watching the video, gal, if you're sound sensitive, I am trying to be very, again, mindful of those that are sound sensitive. So trying to monitor my clanking on my glass. And it's really not mine. I have been trying to do better about that. The thing is my glass jars sit in a metal, here, I'll just show you in case you haven't seen. It's kind of hard because, see, I have 3 glass jars, and they sit in this metal clanking, right? So it's not really that my brush is clanking the glass. It's more so that the glasses are clanking each other and they're clanking this metal thing. So it's not really that the ferrule is clanking the glass. Well, you know, you get it. So I'm trying to be not so quick and rough with my brush rinsing, so it's not so noisy. Anyway, long drawn out story, and moving on from that. So I do know that I'm going to be using these 3 brushes today. So I have my Silver Black Velvet 4, 6, and my Silver Ruby Satin extra small. And I'm going to start with my 4 and 6. And if you watched me long enough, you know that I typically paint with 2 brushes. So if you don't want to do that, or you're not feeling comfortable with that, you go ahead and paint with 1 brush. Just take your time. If you're following along with this particular, if you want to do what I'm doing as far as the painting today, that's entirely up to you. But if you're doing your own thing, then do you. Again, if you're doing one of my paintings, or you're inspired by something you've seen me do tag me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see what you come up with. It's always nice to see everybody's take on everything. So yeah. All right, so I think I'm ready to get started and put some color to paper, right? So I think I'm gonna start out with, see, let's put a line. Let's start out with a line here. See how straight, not very straight, but that's okay. And it's a little wonky at the bottom, and that's okay. All right, so, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and, that one's actually taller than I wanted. So actually, that, crappy do. Well, that's all right. Well, yeah, that's all right. I'll put a smaller one in the background. So, and how did I want to, now positioning takes effect. So let's go ahead and yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put this down. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of fade this out a little bit. Just going to fade this out a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's going to dry a bunch lighter than where you know what you see here. That's the one thing about watercolors. Always remember that's going to dry lighter than what you see. I'm just kind of giving it a bath per se, kind of giving it a little bit of wiggle with some clean water. And I'm going to turn my book a little bit so you can, oh, well, you can see me, right? Yeah. Well, make sure that your painting is comfortable for you. I'll put one there. Oh, goodness. Now, because my studio's changed a little bit, pardon me, hold on. Okay. Had to see what the little munchkins were up to. If you watched my live, you know that they are kind of off. They have moved out, and I do get to see them now and then. They do come over to Grandma's to visit still, and so this is one of those days that I have them here. So, yeah. They're fighting as usual. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put them down here. Oops, too much water there. And I always, when I'm blending out my colors, I always go beyond where I want them to stop, so I don't get any harsh edges. The paper will dry, not a problem. Okay. So I'm going to leave that top part alone there for a second. And I'm going to move down a little bit. And let's make a dot right about, let's make a dot right about here. Okay. That's going to be our point of where we're going to start out at. And again, I'm just doing the same thing. That's kind of blending it out a little bit, overlapping some of the blends, which gives you just a couple different things when you do that. Number one, it gives you depth in your color because you're overlaying your colors, right? And then it gives you interest and texture, especially if you're using multiple colors. Let's see here. Put one down here. I hope everybody is doing well and staying healthy. Summer, it's still very warm here. We've had a couple of cool days of recent, but it's still, I mean, it's been nice. It's been beautiful and all that, but we still had some relatively very, very warm days for sure. So I don't know about the rest of the world, but I'm not enjoying the heat whatsoever. Yeah, I don't like the cold anymore. I don't like the heat anymore. Yeah, I'm just not liking any of it. So I'm going to finish um, this one plant. I hesitate to call them flowers. I would more so call them a plant of sorts. Um, I'm not going to do any of the doodling until the end, but I want to at least get one of the plants and one of the other objects that I'm putting down on the paper here. And then I think I might go into uh, fast forward mode, so you don't have to watch me paint each and every one of them. Maybe some of you might. I just don't know if I have all that much to talk about now that I think about it. Oh, goodness. We did do our first membership live this past weekend, so that was interesting and fun. So, and I also, I streamed my normal Saturday stream, so both of those were back to back this weekend on a Saturday. Hence Saturday lives, right? My normal Saturday, and I literally had just put my studio back together for, and back together, I mean by not even, everything was still chaotic. I was like, one moment, let me go grab this. One moment, let me go grab that. I mean, it was nuts, but it was fun. And but I did a journal page. We did an unboxing of some Lindy's stuff that I had purchased, and but it was quite interesting weekend for sure. So if you haven't got those are on my channel on the recording from my channel from this weekend. And if you haven't got purchased the new Lindy's Magical, the two new sets, there's a new set Lindy's has for, let's see, do I have some on my desk here? I do. Okay, so they have the new Mountain Meadows and the Glitzy set. So if you haven't purchased those yet, those are two new nice sets to get your hands on. I would recommend those. And the other thing I purchased was the vintage, all the vintage sprays, the Moon Shadow for Lindy's. Oh, they're beautiful, yummy colors. And, some of them are more vintage appearing than others, right? So, because they all have, they have sepia in the mix. but some are more vintage than others in the line. So there's a little bit for everyone because some people are a little bit less vintage than others. And if you haven't, I did post both of those on my Facebook page. If you want to see both the first part of our members only project and the journal page that I did from the stream from this weekend. Both of those are on my Facebook. And if you're not following me on my Facebook, information will be in the description box below. So it'd be a good time to follow and like my Facebook page while you're at it, for sure. And I'm so glad to be, I've had a lot of chaos going on in July, as most of you know now, but if you're new to my channel, so July was a very crazy month for me, but getting back to something more regular, I guess, and so yeah, I'll be back to a regular video schedule. Yeah, minus Sunday and Monday, of course, but it'll be nice to be back to somewhat of a regular schedule. Okay, I missed doing videos, and I missed you guys, and because I don't see everybody in the live, and so this is doing videos is my other way to connect with a lot of you. And I love getting your comments and your questions, and yeah, so it's nice. Okay, I think I'm going to put one of these. There's still something more to do with this one, but I think I'm going to put maybe one of these, maybe in the background, maybe a little bit smaller and a little bit more faded out, a little less, right? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and maybe give this a little bit more water here, just to kind of give this wet here. So this one will really fade out. I love the splotchiness of my background so far. It's looking good. That brush has blue in it, apparently, from when I was digging out colors from my wells. Okay. Let's just do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to get, I'm even going to water my paint down in my palette here. I'm going to get it real watery. I don't want it real dark. Get a real light concentration. And that one's going to be here. And I guess I'll put another big one here. I guess we'll put this one in the background. Maybe here. Oops. Went down too far. Kind of want it to fade off in there we go. And then let's see here. So let's and then it'll be a little bit less, and I'll just make sure that I do a little bit less in the doodling department as well. Give it a little bit less concentration in the paint as well. So. and try to make this a little bit fuzzy too. It's going to be in the background, right? And I'll just do I'll do my doodling on this one very sparingly. Guys, Grandma's making a video. Okay, just kind of want that one to be a little bit hidden back there.
I like it.
Well, hello, Miss Melody. We're on camera, so you have to be very nice, right? And be very quiet for Grandma. You want to say hi to everybody? Put your handies in there.
You almost painted on me.
I almost did. Yeah.
I like that color.
Yes.
And
Very pretty blue, huh?
this color.
That color?
Did
Okay.
you already use that color, Dallas?
That's cobalt turquoise.
Did you already use that one?
All right, go on now. Grandma's doing. Grandma's not doing a live. I'm doing recording. So, well, Grandma will talk to you later. Okay? Love you, kids. I love my babies though. Yeah, I do love my babies. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this one here, and let's see. Oh goodness, I might have to pause the video and set them up for TV in another room. So if I have to do that, I do apologize, but I will be right back. We'll see that. Brother and sisters, siblings, probably not. If you have siblings, you probably remember what it was like when you were growing up. Not always getting along, right? This is them. He's 3 and, she's 6 and she knows better and, she's the older one and so. Now, I don't know how well this is going to turn out. Could be a total dud. Who knows? We shall see what happens here. Let's see. Here. Wait long enough on that one. That's okay. We're going to come in with some pen work, and I may go ahead and put the 3 in here. And if I do that, I will definitely go on fast forward so you're not watching all this craziness, for sure. And I'm not really after perfection at this phase because the pen, the doodling's really going to be what brings these out from their state of craziness that they are right now. So I'll go ahead and finish doing one of these 2, and then I'll go ahead and go in fast forward mode to do the other 2. But I want to show you at least this part. There goes Daddy getting the kids ready for bed. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video a minute because they're about to get really cranky because it's bedtime. I'll be right back. Okay. You might hear still some crying in the background. They're not happy. It's bedtime, of course. But, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles when you're 3 and 6. It's the worst part about growing up is when it's time to go to bed. Do y'all remember when you were that age and you were told it was bedtime? Yeah. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we were not happy campers. I'm going to have to, I must have not, yeah, I'm going to have to make sure that did I double page that one? I must have double paged that one. No, it's almost 8 o'clock. I may have to finish this video tomorrow because I myself did not realize what time it was. So I may not be able to post this video until tomorrow, which really kind of, although I'm an insomniac, I still need to get to bed at a certain time, so I'm not, because of medication I'm on. Otherwise I will not, yeah, well, it's just, yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, I need one more on that proof there. Where do I want to put it? Those look like they got two down. Let's go ahead and put one up here. Here we are. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I had that one in the background. That's fine, but I still think that I'm gonna put a couple more, like, in the forefront. Bring a couple more. Yeah. So let me show you before I pause this, and then I will finish the video up tomorrow. I promise. It'll get posted tomorrow. Okay, so for that, and that'll give the page time to dry. Not that it would take all that long to dry, but I did not realize the time when I started this video. All right, so and I'm going to, and that way when I come back, I can do the other two, and I'll do it in fast forward, and then this thing. What was it? I think I'm only going to do, I'm only going to do one for now because I don't know if I want to do more than one. I'm just really kind of doing this page by the seat of my pants, so I wasn't really, I hadn't really planned anything yet. Let's just do it. Okay. Let's do this. I do look forward to doodling this page. Just using the very tip. Oh, setting my finger. It's fine. It's good enough. It's good enough, she says as she plays with it. It's fine. It's actually more than fine. I'm really happy about that. Let's just deepen this a little bit. This one is a little deeper. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. I'll come back. And I'll go into fast forward and we'll do, I'll do the rest of the plants that are on here. And then I'll come back out of fast forward when I'm ready to do the pen work. And then we'll be all set, okay? So if you're following along, don't worry. You'll get the full version all in one shot. I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on this. Because I was not being very nice to this book, or this page apparently. I got to do a little bit of doctoring here. So if you did make a book, and the pages are kind of, they have their some of them might be coming up or whatever because you used a glue stick to put them together, or because they're extra fragile or whatnot. Just do what I'm doing and glue them back down, and then tape them. It's just a little fix. I'm not worried about it. This is a journal. This is for funsies. Yeah. So, but if you did a really good job at the gluing parts and didn't do it as fast as I did because I was doing it on camera, and you took your time, you won't have to necessarily do that. Okay, so that's it for now. For you, I'll be right back in just a minute. For me, I'm gonna head out and do what I gotta do for the evening. It's been Sundays and Mondays, as some of you know, are not my better days anymore. Thought I would try to get a little bit of work in. Good night, baby. Say bye-bye, everyone.
What's that?
That's a paintbrush. You mean this thing? That's a brush rest.
Brush that.
A brush rest. So after you rinse your brushes, you put them on there. All right, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Hello, everyone. I'm back to finish the video. It's been a week since I started this page, and a crazy week at that. So I wasn't able to get in here and finish it. So we're going to do that now. It's been hectic trying to get the studio done, and with my live recordings, I just, and then, Sundays and Mondays are not good days for me. So, It's just been kind of crazy. Oh, I need a cloth. So we're going to finish this now, and then I'm going to start recording another video for you guys so I can get back into the swing of things now that all the craziness has settled down. I only have one more thing to do, well, two more things to do with my studio, and I hope to get those done tomorrow. So then I can do a walkthrough for you guys as well. Let me see, is this down far enough? Let me make sure I'm zoomed in enough for you guys. See a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. I'm so happy to be back to my watercolor. I did miss it quite a bit. I have missed it. This is my Zen time. I love all my other art as well, but I do love watercolor is my first love and always will be, I think, for sure. And so I am happy when I can sit down and paint, whether it's in a journal page or whether it's watercolor doodling, which I really, really love. Yeah, so, all right. Now, I did do all of this on screen for you guys. Now I got two more of these I want to paint, and then we'll do the doodling phase. So I'm going to paint these, but I'm going to go into fast forward mode so I can get these done for you, and then I will bring you down even closer and we'll do the doodling portion. And then we'll be finished with this video. But I'll come back when I'm doing the doodling portion and talk through it a little bit. So yeah, all right. So here we go. Again, if you have any questions or if I think something's important, I'll stop the video and come in and chat with you. But again, if you have any questions or that, or comments, put them below once you've watched the video. Okay, I'll be right. Well, I'm going to fast forward now. Okay, so apparently I forgot to turn my mic back on. I do apologize. Okay, as you've seen, I was trying to bring you guys back into a space where you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing. So what a couple things I was saying when I was talking to myself for real, because you guys were on mute. I'm only using 2 pens for the doodling portion. Both are 38. Both are the Signo DX pens. One's the blue black and one's the Bordeaux black. I'm probably going to bring in a little bit of the splashes of the pinky red that I used up here for this little guy at the end. So it's not the only, pinky red in the piece. Make sure that your page is completely dry before you do the doodling work, or you will not be happy with the result, because most definitely you will tear or mar your paper in a way that will not be flattering. And so then I was trying to position you guys and make sure that you guys can see the work that I'm doing. And I'm going to try to keep my hand up or to the side so you guys can see how I'm shading and drawing. So what I was saying here is I'm pulling for the center, and I use, you see when I was painting too, I use a little tiny dot or spot as my point of reference for the middle of the flower or leaf, and I use that for my doodling as well. It's kind of like a point of reference. And then you see I'm holding my pen up here. That allows me to do that scratchy shading portion that I like to do here. Let's see, turn it this way. I'm going to kind of turn this because I like to, depending on the flower or item or thing that I'm doodling and shading, I like to pull towards me. Sometimes you'll find that that's easier when it comes to the shading, is to pull towards you rather than away from you. And then what you're going to see here with the shading is that how it really looks disconnected from the stem is that this shade work and this pen work here is going to make it, and you already start to see it here on this one. I'm pretty sure you can start to see it. It already in the center looks better, and it looks like it's connected. It doesn't look so separated. And once you start to add that shading, and that happens with your doodling too. Never get, I don't necessarily give up on my sketching or doodling until I've done at least a little bit of the shade work or a little bit more of the drawing. I may not like my initial first leaf or petal on an item, flower or leaf or whatever. But I may add a few more petals and do a little bit of shade work to see if I like that design, because your basic line work is not going to give you a really good point of reference in terms of how it's going to look at the end. So sometimes, don't give up. See, now I like that much better. It definitely looks like it belongs. It looks like it's connected, and then I'll darken up some of my base lines right here close to the center. Give them a little bit more, I might make them a little bit thicker. Sometimes I don't, depending on how light my background is. In this case, there's lots of pretty blue stain work from the watercoloring in the background, so I don't want to lose that, but I want to make sure that the leaves, or in this case flower petals, really stand out a little bit against the background that they're part of, right? So that's one of them. That's what I'm going to do with all of these, is I'm going to go around and I'm going to make them be part of it. So I'm going to do one more here, and then I'm going to probably go into fast forward mode so you guys can see. I'm trying to make sure I'm looking up and make sure I'm not in their viewpoint. I'm trying to kind of draw sideways here for you guys. Okay. And again, I'm just going to start pulling in. Again, I'm going to start pulling away from the center. And I love doodling or drawing on cold pressed paper because I like the scratchiness that it gives me. Texture of the paper really is nice to work on. I find anyway, for me. I don't know if other people, maybe if they're doing portraits, they'll probably want smooth paper. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not an expert or nothing, but I like drawing and sketching on cold press. It just really is nice to have that texture because it gives visual texture to the thing that I'm drawing. Make sure, yeah, I'm on screen. I don't know why I turned it that way. You guys probably are like going dizzy when I turn my book. I can't. I've gotten to where I can do some drawing without turning it. I'm getting better. But some things I still have to do, so do what's comfortable for you. For me, I like to, some of my shade work I like to do by pulling, towards me. Uh-oh. Tornado in the area. Well, if I lose power, I may have to come back. Yeah. Always something fun going on around here. I just want to get this video finished for y'all. The last time we had a tornado come through, it knocked down a whole bunch of trees. It was literally down the block from my house. We lost power because it knocked down several large power lines, a couple around the block from my house. So our whole area was without power. till the next day. So, yeah, fun stuff. Always something fun going on here. So if I abruptly stop at this point or any point from here until the video is finished, that means I had to stop. And I got my grandkids with me today, so it means I had to stop, grab my grandkids, and go down to my basement. Or it means we lost power and I had to go down to my basement. So, yeah. Okay, I'm just kind of stopping and watching outside a little bit, kind of seeing what it's doing. I mean, literally the last time the whole neighborhood, like for 5 miles around us, we all stood still for hours. Yeah, we have to do that again. Don't be surprised if I have to abruptly stop the video. Hi, baby girl. Where's Ollie? Sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay. If we had a tornado warning, so if we might have to grab him and go down to the basement.
Oh no.
All right, so what I'm going to do now, since you've seen me do these two, is I'm going to go in fast forward mode and finish these up. And let's see. Oh, now the sirens are going off. Let's do this guy. Let me move you guys up.
We're going to take a look at it.
Yeah, go check. Look up and down the block and see, because now the sirens are going off. I just want to get an idea how close it is. Don't be scared, baby. I'm right here. Nothing to be scared of. Grandma's right here. And this guy, I keep kind of sketchy too. I don't care if it's perfect. But I do give him a little bit of sketchiness. Are you texting Mommy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where they went, so it's okay. Grandma's here, so we don't have to worry until it gets...
It's looking real dark out that way.
How far down?
Not that far.
Up down by the grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's already like...
Okay.
pretty much here.
All right. Well, I'm going to pause the video.
I don't see any like...
All right, guys. This is take 3 in 2 weeks. Don't remember what the problem was the first week. Last week was the storm, which at the end of the video, stay tuned because I'm going to insert a little clip for your viewing pleasure. So this is now my third attempt to try to finish one video for you guys in 2 weeks. We're at the last of it. This was just supposed to be just a simple little watercoloring and doodle. So we're at the end, I hope. I'm going to bring you down. And, yeah. Let's see. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. Okay. Zoom you over a little bit here. And actually, there we go. All right. So we're going to finish these flowers. I'm going to I'll do one more, and then I'll go and fast forward, and then I'll come to the end and top you. Hopefully. should we make it through the video. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'll do this one. Or should I do the big one? Let's just do the big one. I guess we'll do the big one. I don't remember what I was talking about because I haven't gone back and seen the video. Oh, this one is way off kilter. So, and I don't like my hand resting down here when I'm doing doodling. So I'm gonna have to turn the card. Got making cards on my mind apparently. And if you guys seen, I did put up my video of the new goodies that we got to play with. So there's that. I must have that on my mind. And so, but in that page, okay. And this is my center point here, and this one's up a little further, so this one's going to look a little weird. Oh, taking off my glasses might help too. But yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about in the last clip because I haven't gone back. I didn't want to take a chance of it going awry again, so I'm just going right into the video to get it up, or to get it edited and get it up for you. We're just gonna do it, and then hopefully I'll be right back on track. And yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. And if I was more worried about precision or anything like that, I'd take my time. You know, these watercolor warm-up doodling videos are more just to get your creative juices going. It's not meant for perfection necessarily. I mean, if you want, you know, I encourage you to take your time and get used to doodling or sketching with a pen and trying out your hand and doing your own thing, of course, but this is just a really fast version of this doodle that I came up with. I don't know if anybody else has this doodle, but let's see. Okay, so then I'm gonna come down here, darken up. Oops, that was a little too much outside the line. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do these other two and fast forward, and I'll come back and talk to you at the end. And don't forget, there'll be a nice little clip at the end. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, I finished it. I'm calling it done. This simple little page did take 2 weeks to complete. No fault of my own. Craziness happening. So, yeah, I'm back in the act. And barring any natural other disasters and any other unwanted interruptions, I'm back on schedule. So I do hope that this inspired you to pick up your pen, to pick up your watercolors or your acrylics or your pastels or whatever have you, and have a play with some doodling and some color and throwing it on a page and having at it. Have some fun. And I'd love to see what you're doing. Even if you're not doing what I'm doing, but you're keeping up the practice, you're inspired what I'm doing, maybe you're just taking a bit of what I'm doing and you're liking it, post it on my Facebook. I'd love to see it. Or post it and tag me. Post it on Instagram and tag me. Email me. If you don't want to show it to anybody else, email me and let me see what you're doing. I'd love to see it. We're one big happy family here in this creative adventure that we're on, and I would love to share. I'd love for you to share your creative journey with me. So without further ado, I'm gonna go and get this video edited for you and get it up there right away before my ceiling falls down or something. Knock on wood. Okay, talk to you later. I hope you liked it. Love you all. Bye. Go home, Toto. Let's go home. Yes, let's go home.